Good evening, everyone. I'm here to talk about prevention as pertaining to youth violence. Youth violence is a serious problem that can have lasting harmful effects on victims, their families, friends, and communities. Prevention is aimed to reduce factors that place youth at risk for perpetrating violence and promote factors that protect youth at risk for violence. The goal of prevention is to prevent youth violence is simple: to stop youth violence from happening in the first place. Types of program. Specific programs involving school children and their parents can reduce exposure to violence media and frequency of unwanted aggressive behavior. For example, youth men and colleagues. The Community Guide for Violence Prevention, Blueprints for Healthy Youth Development, and crimesolution.gov. Let's look closely at Community Guide for Violence Prevention. Development by the Task Force for Community Prevention Service, a non-federal group of experts in public health and prevention. The Community Guide includes recommendations for preventing youth violence based on thematic reviews of evidence-based strategies. Blueprints for Healthy Youth Development. Blueprints for Healthy Youth Development is an online resource for communities to learn more about model or promising strategies that reduce youth violence or key risk factors for violence and promote healthy youth behavior and relationships. Crimesolution.gov. The United States Department of Justice developed this resource to provide practitioners, policymakers with information about effective strategies in criminal justice, juvenile justice, and victim services. Some of the identified programs are prevention strategies that are consistent with public health approach to youth violence prevention. Prevention guidance planning tools are provided to help to prevent youth violence. First, Strive Online is a national initiative led by the CDC to prevent youth violence. CDC's National Center of Excellence in Youth Violence Prevention, School Health and Index, and Achieving Public Impact in Violence Prevention through Community Resources. Strive Online assists in the prevention of youth violence, assists communities with developing and implementing comprehensive plans to prevent youth violence, connect communities to tools to conduct evaluation to ensure community youth violence prevention goals are being achieved. CDC helps in the collection of and analysis surveillance data, foster relationship with local community partners to help develop, implement, and evaluate promising efforts, uses a unique disciplinary approach to violence prevention. School Health Index, self-assessment and planning tool that enables a school to identify the strengths and weaknesses of its health and safety policies and programs. Also, develop a plan of action for improving teachers, parents, students, and the community in improving school services. Research partnerships. Using research resources to identify violence is a leading cause of death and disability for United States youths. Utilizing development of violence prevention to create communities in which youths are safe from violence. And lastly, to implement evidence-based prevention strategies that can provide supportive context for achieving that goal. I have a graph here that shows that Starting at 2012, 33,563 youths were killed in the United States by guns, and by year 2016, it has increased dramatically to 38,658 youths died by the hands of guns. So it is very imperative for us to find ways to prevent youth violence, whether by monitoring what our children watch at a tender age, or by, finding ways of protecting them from violence. Doing a short synopsis, doing a short statistics, it shows that 97% of teens who play video games shows violent behaviors, although 62% of the parents of youths that play video games states that their children has null effect of violent behaviors because of video games. The short video talks about prevention and ways in which we should prevent violence before it happens.
There's an awful lot of fighting and assault that occurs between kids.
Good kids get involved in youth violence.
We typically refer to the age group between 10 and 24.
Violence right now is a leading cause of death among young people in this country.
In communities where they see violence around them all the time, it's very easy for them to begin emulating it.
We probably spend more on violence than pretty much any other community issue. We just spend it all after the fact.
After the fact, locking children up is not really prevention.
There are some examples where communities are making a difference through violence prevention.
On the behalf of myself and Benish, I just want to thank everyone for giving us your undivided attention as we do our presentation this afternoon. Thank you.